Well, the Steelers' worst nightmare has become reality as Rodgers signed a 1-year deal with them just a few days ago. But what does this mean for the Steelers as far as getting a playoff victory? It's football time. Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Round Sports Podcast of Sports, everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we are going over the black and gold incarnation of winners. The Pittsburgh Steelers may not be that this year. As you can clearly see, I'm not repping any NFL gear right now. I'm representing the women's softball team in the World Series right now as I'm currently making this. Today's the day of Game 3, so I'm repping them today, so hopefully they can get the win. And if not, that's all cool. I'll be happy if any Texas team wins. But enough about that. Today we're talking about the Steelers. The Steelers, after the worst nightmare has become reality, as the Steelers have officially signed Aaron Rodgers to a 1-year deal.
Tomlin! You imbecile!
That will send them to the Steelers. And this is by far the 6th different quarterbacks that they have had on their team, as that has been a starter with Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky, and then there was one other one I can't remember. Oh, Kenny Pickett, and then also Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, and now Aaron Rodgers. But the question is now, can the Steelers win a playoff game with Aaron Rodgers? I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Before we get started, though, if you do enjoy this video, do me a favor, smash the like button down below, subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's talk about the Steelers. So the Steelers, I don't think they can win a playoff game. As a matter of fact, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs at all.
Oh, there's a big surprise. That's an incredible. I think I'm going to have a heart attack and die from that surprise.
Because Rodgers, we all know this. The brother's washed. We all know this. He was barely a fraction of himself in the Jets, and he was awful there. And we all look at this. He is not that same quarterback that was with Green Bay. I mean, his last playoff victory came in 2020 during the bubble year that they went to the NFC Championship game. This team is not built to win a playoff game. I just look at their core. They got Jalen Warren, the bowling ball. They got Pat Fryermuth, DK Metcalf on their offensive side. That's it. Caleb Johnson has potential. We'll see what Roman Wilson could do in year 2. But when I look at the team, it's mainly the defense that's going to be the make or break for this team. Because we all know this. TJ Watt is the main definition of this team, entering the last year of his deal. He is going to want to win a playoff game. If he can't get that, he's probably going to want to go somewhere else. But also, we got Minka Fitzpatrick as well. Also, shout out to Minka Fitzpatrick's brother, Justice Fitzpatrick. That's going to be attending Georgia. Very excited to see that. But when I look at the Steelers, they are still in the mushy middle. They are right now, as we are looking at it, fighting for 3rd place with the Cleveland Browns. With the Cleveland Browns that just got Shador, and I still believe you should have landed Shador. I'm still bringing that up. And, of course, my pal Steven would agree with me on that and also agree with me on this. They should have kept Justin Fields. And now you're going to have Aaron Rodgers versus Justin Fields in week 1. So if Aaron Rodgers cannot win that game back in New Jersey, in New York, then there's going to be a lot of questions. Because when we look at the Steelers, their bye week comes very early. I think it comes like in week 5. Let me find that really quick. I believe it was week 5, if I remember correctly. Let me find that really quick. Where is it? Yep, week 5. I was correct. But when we look at the first 4 games, it's not easy. They got to face the Jets on the road in New Jersey, facing against Justin Fields. Then they got to go at home against the Seattle Seahawks with their new defense. Who knows what their offense is going to be? Also, you got to face the Patriots, which the Steelers have not had the number against the Patriots for some time. Then also you got to play the Vikings in Dublin before you go on the bye. Then you got the Browns, the Bengals, and then the Packers on Sunday night. That should be very interesting. It would have been more interesting if it was back in Green Bay. But then you also got the Colts, the Chargers, Bengals, Bears, Bills, Ravens, Dolphins. Then you also got the Lions, the Browns, and then lastly the Baltimore Ravens. When I look at the Steelers, I think they're going to have a losing season. I truly believe that this year. I haven't said that much, but I believe it's going to happen this year because Rodgers is not that guy that won 4 MVPs. He's not that guy anymore. He's not that type of guy. And if you don't have another receiver that can line on the opposite side of the ball with DK Metcalf, y'all are as good as screwed. Because we look at the open market right now, you still got Gabe Davis available that came in for a visit, left without a contract. You also got Amari Cooper. You got Keenan Allen. You got so many pieces out there that you can land. I'm telling you all this right now. If they don't land a number 2 receiver in free agency, and if they go into the season with DK Metcalf as their only wide receiver on the team, the Steelers are going to have a losing season. Because the Steelers, this is not a way I've looked at them. This is not a way I've looked at them at all, except for a few times. When I look at the Steelers, this year, they look like one of the worst teams in the division, arguably. We see Shador balling out in Cleveland right now. Y'all could have had him. And you also have now maybe possibly Justin Fields going to ball out in New Jersey in the Jets. We'll see what happens with that. But I am telling you all this right now. The Steelers have a chance to start the season 0-6. They are probably, if they don't get a receiver, I could see them losing to the Jets, the Seahawks, Patriots, Vikings, Browns, and the Bengals. Because we know this, the Browns have tend to split with the Steelers for the recent years. The Bengals, they got Joe Burrow in there. And I said this on my video when I talked about Shador. I'm going to say it again. If Shador starts a game on the Browns, and that game happens to be the against the Steelers, that will be a dagger through the heart of Steeler fans everywhere. Because y'all had chances to land him. I think you might have had like 4 or 5 picks to get him. I think you had that type of picks. I think you were like 4 or 5 picks from getting him. And he went to the Browns that have the worst team arguably in the division right now. And you're competing with them trying to avoid last place. And y'all haven't been talked in this category in years. You had Terry Bradshaw coming out and saying that he didn't want Rodgers in Pittsburgh. Now it's happening.
That's a joke. He shouldn't. That is just to me is a joke. What are you going to bring him in for 1 year? Are you kidding me? I mean,
That's not the Steelers' way, right?
no, man. That guy needs to stay in California. Don't thank you. Where and
Thank you.
chew on bark and not listening to the guys out there.
And then you also had other guys like Ryan Clark, Super Bowl champion with the Steelers, arguing about this too. I mean, of course, Stephen A. likes him because he was the one that gave him the definition of the bad man. But when we look at the Steelers, they don't have enough to get into the playoffs. We look at the division, you got the Bengals and the Ravens to go through. You got the Chiefs, the Broncos, Chargers, you got the Bills, maybe the Patriots. I do believe they have a sleepy contenderness to them. And then you also got other teams like the Texans, the Jags, maybe the Titans. I'm not sure about them. We'll have to see what Cam Ward can be. But yeah, I am more down on the Steelers than I have ever been before. So yeah, Steelers, if you don't get things fixed up soon, y'all gonna have your first losing season under Mike Tomlin. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think the Steelers can win a playoff game with Aaron Rodgers? Let me know in the comments what you guys think down below. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do me a favor. Smash like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now.